with an Islamic person saying that Nigeria belongs to the Islamic State.
Let me just tell you, from what is signals that are coming out from Tinubu's constant romance with the Islamic axis, both within the country and outside the country, paints a certain picture, that Nigeria is being sold to a core Islamic movement in Nigeria. And remember the issue of financial banking associated with Islam now. That one is also it's also on the ground playing out. So it looks like Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying to make sure that Nigeria fall under the category on total conquest of Islam, and therefore if there's anything that has to do with the disintegration of Nigeria, he's expecting the likes of Turkey and other Arab Islamic nations around the world to come in defense of Nigeria as an Islamic nation in case the United States of America take a certain decision. And remember that a time came when Gumi actually told him that, see, there's no need of aligning with US or whatever we call them at the end of the day. That the best thing you needed to do is to get the Turkish government to back up and support whatever you are doing in terms of security. And Gumi made that statement after he went to Turkey and came back. And all of a sudden, we saw it very clearly. A lot of people are saying they don't know why the president actually fell. Maybe God is not happy with his president and what he actually did behind the scene that Nigerians are not did not understand. He went there to mortgage Nigeria. That to an extent, the Turkish government here was addressing and tweeting that Nigeria is an Islamic nation. It's a very dangerous signal. So don't be surprised that at the end of the day, Bola Ahmed Tinubu might decide to remove the INEC chairman. Yes, I'm telling you.
And Dan, don't you think that would be? Are you not seeing? Sir, don't you think that would be a major slap on the Christians?
No,
if that is
they
being
don't
done,
care anything about Christianity, Christians, how the Christians feel or not. No. And that is will be very unfortunate at this point in time if the US government actually compromise, because there's a massive lobbying to make sure that they step down on the issue of military invasion and to step down on the issue of genocide. I don't know how US intend to handle such a massive, lobbying. Funds are being pushed here and there to make sure, that America compromise the process, because I do not see a reason why there's a delegate already in Benue building houses, and those houses they are building, is that the solution? I wonder what the American government should be waiting at this point in time, when you are seeing very clearly that the Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also in sympathy with the Muslim class, both in the southwest, in the north, and of course those who are intending to invade. You see, they are gradually coming with a narrative that Igbo Muslim, yes, there are Muslims in the east, but there is no Igbo Muslim. You can see the narrative they are coming gradually.
But sir, the chief of Imam is an Igbo and is a Muslim.
But that I'm telling you that he went to school and studied Arabic, that does not make him a Muslim.
Okay.
It's a profession. He choose. And you can see, look at this, where they actually, remove the Igbo history from their,
curriculum
completely, and published a book without the, So what? I do not understand why America, should be behaving like United Nations at this point in time. I want to believe that there's so much on their hands now, the issue of Iran, and some other things that have been playing out. And remember, there's a nation in Canada now that has been recognized as a sovereign nation, in Canada. US have recognized that nation as a sovereign nation. They have pulled out from Canada now, and it is one of the richest oil block in the oil region in Canada. They have pulled out from Canada completely, and they have been recognized. So there might be something that the US are actually waiting for the Nigerian government to actually do, but we are not seeing those signs. Now they are telling you we don't want INEC chairman, and that the Muslim ticket must continue, and that's the direction to go.
But sir, now what do you think is the fate of the Christians if some persons if the Fulanis and the Sharia, and most of these people practice Sharia, saying they don't want INEC, the INEC chairman, because he's a Christian. Now, is there a law that says that you must be tied to a particular region for you to occupy office in Nigeria? But don't you think that the Fulanis oligarchy and are pushing beyond their power?
No,
Sir, don't you think it is also a conquest in disguise for them to take over Nigeria?
Why are they always using the Southwest to achieve that? That's the question. Look at what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They never sentenced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu until the Southwesterners came. Now they are pushing another narrative. Why is it that we are not seeing massive resistance from the Yorubas against that statement? Because they will think that Bola look at Igbo now, Sunday Igbo, has he not come back? Look at him on the floor. It does no longer talk about Yoruba agitation. He has been thrown to the dustbin. That one has been thrown to the dustbin. So I don't know where they have lost this consciousness in reality, where the entire Northern Bloc is saying they don't want a Christian as an ex-chairman, and the president is silent. It tells you a lot of things, that the average Northerner does not see Nigeria as a secular nation.
So
they see Nigeria as a conquered Islamic territory.
A conquered Islamic territory.
Yes, and the only resistance they are witnessing at this point in time must go down, either you like it or not. And that is why they are dictating who becomes the governor in the Eastern region, who becomes a billionaire in the Eastern region. Look at the what is it called, Bikubana, leading a city movement agenda for just Tinubu, because they are the one that made them. Can such a thing happen in the main market? No. You can see the difference. These are the people who struggle on daily basis to make ends live. They are not under government plan. They don't benefit any. These are people payroll. They are the people who struggle from picking nylon on the street and use it, to develop to a point that they become commerce. They become commercialized. Then you want to destroy the only means. I think Tinubu should be advised properly, because if this thing gets out of hand, the consequences might be too much for him to bear. And secondly, currently now, come 2027, whether you like it or not, if Nigeria is able to couple up the 2027 election, we might going to experience a deep crisis between Muslim and Christian, to the extent that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not have any other choice than to commit a blunder that will trigger a disintegration of Nigeria. Let me tell you how it's going to be look like. See, anybody, it's a very clear thing. It's not by force. You cannot bring people by force. There's no thing. After all, you have resources in the north, you have resources in the west, you have resources in the east. The issue of Igbo unification will destroy the so-called South-South thing. There's nothing like South-South. I'm telling you, I have traveled all the routes. Yes.
The Igbo unification.
Yeah, it's going on now, because they have discovered that without the unification, that's why sometimes when you listen to General Sabuja, you think, okay, do you know that Asad Dokubo is under attack now? Tombolo is under attack now. The youth of those regions, are standing up and begin to ask them questions. So that's what I'm telling you, that if care is not taken, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be pushed to a corner that he will commit a heavy blunder, that the Christians in Nigeria will rise to question the continuous unity of this entity, and that will lead to what we call the amalgamation. Nigeria will be de-amalgamated, whether you like it or not, if they continue to push this narrative and Bola Ahmed Tinubu will continue to succumb to it, because we are seeing that he is only aligning with Islamic nations. And most of these nations we are seeing today, Nigeria was greater than these nations. But look at the nations we are running up to now. These are nations that were nothing when Nigeria came into full international glare as a nation that was actually moving forward to an extent economically.
Sir, Oeze, do you think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will succumb to that threat because of his own interest?
He succumbed to Gumi.
And ambition.
Succumb to Gumi.
He might not succumb to that.
No, but he has succumbed to Gumi. You understand? That is how to know what is actually going to play. He's the one that brought the Muslim ticket. And with questionable characters, we know what the VP stood for. We know what they did. We know what Ahmed Tinubu to, what happened under Obama. We know the process that led to the removal of Jonathan was not just ordinary. it was a continuous push. You know, like somebody was saying that Oyo State will be under Sharia. Imagine.
Yes.
A governor in Oyo State who is already planning that, you know,
to
aspirant is planning to introduce. So if it happens in Osun, what happened during Arebeshola in Osun State? These are potential states, you know, that will have no excuse than to embrace Sharia and of course attract caliphate within that region. So of course now that's what it will be. So the angle that is choking the system now is that how would they handle the Biafran? And that's the question they have not been able to define at this point.
How would they answer the how would they handle the Biafran? Yes,
because the Middle Belt is collapsing on daily basis. And those ones now, where do you expect them to go? So it behoves on the United States of America currently now to look at it critically, that the only option is not continuity. The only option is not about military intervention. The only option is not rebuilding IDP camps. The only option is that since they are insisting that they cannot remove the caliphate, they cannot destroy Sokoto caliphate, they cannot remove Sharia, and that means they are actually modeling their own regional government the way they want it. They should also allow other people to model their own, so that everybody will go their separate ways and practice whatever you feel that is okay for you. You don't force people into, you know, accepting what they don't want to accept, and that is where Soludo is getting it wrong, and that is where Nigerian government can never answer the Biafran question.
That's what the Nigerian government can never answer the Biafra question.
Of course.
So, lastly, before I let you go now, what is the fate of the ordinary Christian on the road who does not have the voice? Because we've seen Reverend Ezekiel Tamacho, he has been vocal, and when this issue of removing INEC chairman came up, and then replacing the INEC chairman with.
Have you seen Bayo Ononuga and the rest of them, Daniel Buala and the Reno Mokri and all those rats, you know, who believes in...
They are Christians.
No. Why didn't they react to the statement saying that INEC chairman should be removed? Because he's not a Muslim. What did they see them make any statement in that? Did they condemn that? They never did that. Because if it was Obina, 1,000 press release immediately. But they were not able to condemn what the president decided, who the president decided to appoint as INEC chairman. I think
Anabala said that should not be taken as a threat. That is just mere say.
Okay, no, we saw it very clearly under Gumi.
He said so. That is just a mere word.
It's not a thing. When they
tell you, the influence.
Have you seen any governor from the north, you know, caution or exempt or counter that statement? No. Not even the caliphate. Not even none of them have. It is a unanimous understanding that this thing should be what it is today. And all these people who are responsible to the government, president and all, have not cautioned him to understand that Nigeria is a secular nation. It's a secular nation and does not belong to anybody. So on that note, what do you think Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be thinking at this point in time? If he refuses to act based on that statement, that means definitely he is going to align, just like what we saw. That okay, do you ever believe that one day he will move to Sokoto, Turkey, to go and meet Erdogan? But he was advised by Gumi, and he went there. Then, if he removes INEC chairman tomorrow, and did not say they are boycotting the 2027 election because Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not
follow the wish of the Northern Forum.
Yes, impose a Muslim as INEC chairman. Then, possibly, you don't think he can reverse and remove him based on one issue, reason or the other? That is just it. That's a very bad signal. They want everything on their own. Even the Obi factor, you know, they're still telling you that they don't have anything to do with an infidel. So it is a clear act of the amalgamation that they are seeking for. It's a clear act of the amalgamation which they are seeking for, either in disguise, directly or indirectly. It is a clear thing. But will Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually understand, what these guys are actually projecting when in a situation where the nation is very tensed, with all the global world leaders focusing on the issue that has triggered the Christian killings in Nigeria. And look at the statement. Consistently, they have been making it, saying it. Gumi is always there to make a statement. So
and yet no arrest.
Without no arrest, and you can see that, and nothing can happen. Even you can see in that video where the military officers were even bowing down to Gumi.
Okay.
And it shows you how powerful Sheikh Gumi is.